What's up, everyone? Hi, how are you? If you're new here, hi, my name is Linda. I'm a pharmacist and I'm the founder of this channel. So in this channel, we talk about pharmacy practice and everything about your health. So if this is good for you, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you. We are continuing with our series of careers in pharmacy. And today I'm joined by a very beautiful lady. I will introduce her. So please, let's just give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. So please, Dr. Sue, kindly introduce yourself.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me here. It's so wonderful to be on your channel and to connect with you. It's such an opportunity. So thank you so much for having me. My name is Dr. Sue. I'm a pharmacist by trade, and I'm practicing in the state of Texas in the US. And I have a very interesting journey that I love to share with you all because I didn't think I was going to end up in this influencer role per se, but I would love to share with you how I took all the steps and was able to come to where I am right now.
Oh, awesome. So we're going to talk about a pharmacy influencer because this is who you are, right? So you can tell us a bit of pharmacy influencer and a bit of your journey as a pharmacy influencer.
Absolutely. It's funny when you say influencer, I always think of younger crowd, or I think of someone who's modeling like makeup or who's talking about their latest fashion. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to have that name associated with my title. But I personally look at it as an influencer role as having a lasting impression and creating an impression on someone. And that was the main purpose of why I decided to go on social media and have a platform where I could reach millions of people across the globe. And I started off very lightly with coming on and doing videos and doing informative videos to educate my followers and what exactly pharmacy is, mention a couple of drug interactions, the common ones that we would always hear about in school or just, daily practice. And it was getting a lot of responses back, and I was reaching a larger audience. And I decided to just keep on going, following the path because I didn't plan all of this. I just did it for fun. And it just took off very, very well. And the more and more opportunities started to come, and you just find the opportunity that works for you. If a brand that you like, or you're collaborating with a certain person or influencer like yourself, and if they have the same goals aligned, it's great to just connect and just see what path that would take you on.
Wow. Awesome. So what social media platforms are you on? And you mentioned that you share your information on social media
Yeah.
platforms. So which
So primarily, go
yeah.
ahead. So primarily, I've always started off on explaining how I became interested in going on social media. So I was practicing pharmacist in the retail setting, and I saw the burnout in my colleagues and just the stress that was faced by all of pharmacy throughout every profession. And I wanted to just create something very light and fun and entertaining for myself and for any one of my followers. So I have a practice where I practice and I see my patients and I collaborate with physicians in providing genomic testing, PGX and pharmacogenomics, where I help patients get the right medications based on their individuality. So I started to make informative videos, exactly what is that process, because we hear the word pharmacogenomics and it seems so foreign or very ununderstandable. So I wanted to break that down and explain it to my followers and listeners. What does that mean? And even my pharmacists who are listening as well, like they think that this is so foreign that we never heard of it or we never studied it. But in fact, we did do all of this in school, and we have that knowledge and background. So I did some videos in there, and that really was connecting with my audience because it's personalized medicine. It's tailoring medications to fit the right population that you're giving to that exact person, and along with other factors, their age, weight, and other necessary information that's needed when prescribing medications. So it's personalized healthcare, which I'm very passionate about. And I started joining like the basic platforms, started off on Facebook, Instagram. The two of them are connected through Meta, and taking to a professional level, going on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, I was absolutely blown away because I've connected even more with pharmacists and reaching a larger outreach. That's how we connected and met LinkedIn.
Yes.
And just growing from there and just finding opportunities and working with other professionals within the field and
Yeah.
collaborating and finding a path to take.
What actually prompted you to start this journey, and how has it been so far for you? Like, how did you realize, like, yes, I just want to do something out of the norm? And how did you just kickstart this as a career? Let me say as a career. Yeah.
As a career, I would say you just have to take the risk. You don't have it all planned out. We never do. We
True.
never have as much as we want to organize our thoughts or plan everything, you don't have everything set out. And it's okay to say to yourself that I'm going to go on a journey. There's going to be mistakes along the way, and you're going to have to say it to yourself. It's very, very hard and difficult to come to the realization that you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from those mistakes. And when I started off, it was about a year and a half. I
Yeah.
would say I fully went focused and just went all in and, started the whole process of going online and creating the presence. You have to be dedicated to what you're doing and be true to yourself.
Yes.
Don't chase after something that doesn't share the same values of you, because in the end, it represents who you are. So
True.
find your passion, find your niche, and connect with other professionals who share the same values, and it will work out.
Yeah. Okay, so you've mentioned that this has opened so many opportunities for you. So as a pharmacy influencer and the way you have actually gone ahead to create content, can you please share some of the opportunities that actually this situation has presented to you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I I was inspired by many pharmacists out there who are doing amazing things. In my 14 years, almost 15 years of practicing before, I was not aware of all of the amazing things that pharmacists could do within their profession. And by stepping outside of my box and letting my guards down and becoming the student and understanding that there's so much more out there that's undiscovered, that we have to just find your passion. If you're not happy fully what you're doing,
Yeah.
look and find your passion that's going to drive you to enjoy what you do. And that led me to the most recent project that I'm working on that you're also a part of, the
Yeah.
Pharmacy Mentors. And it's a global platform because there's pharmacists throughout the world. It's not just in one sector. There's pharmacists throughout the world that are doing amazing things.
True.
And I wanted something that represents that, where it serves as a database or repository of pharmacists that houses passionate pharmacists who love what they do and want to inspire the future of pharmacy and teach through or show that they have opportunities out there. Don't just give up, because personally in the US, when you hear of anyone asking of what you do at a pharmacy or your profession, there's always negativity associated with it. And I felt bad to be a part of a profession that when the younger generation hears that, oh, you're a pharmacist, like that must be really terrible. That's really bad. Like, why would you choose that? And it's not the way that it always seems. Like we have difficult sectors and specialties within our profession, and that shouldn't just represent the entirety of what we do, because I recently published a coloring book that encompasses all the different specialties, and I came up with almost 50. I wasn't aware of 50 different ways that pharmacists could work, and
Yes.
if I wasn't aware of it, and I was practicing for so many years, I'm sure there's other pharmacists and students, interns that need to be educated and shown that they have opportunities to enjoy what they do. And who better to actually show them this than the actual pharmacists who
True.
are in that field.
Yeah, very, very true. Have you faced any challenges like online, in the recent online, because everything is online these days and we're bound to be bullied by people. So have you experienced any negative side of content creation? And if you have, how have you gone about it to just like solve it?
Absolutely. So think of it like this. It's a soapbox that you're going on in front of the whole world.
Okay.
There's not always gonna be people that are gonna agree with you. They might do it in a public forum. They might, leave a message. They might personally reach out to you or share their thoughts or views. And you have to be respectable. Understand that they're entitled to their opinions, and you're going onto a public forum to state your beliefs. So I try to keep as much as everything is in a public forum, be professional, understand that there's going to be differences, and not every response or every comment needs to be addressed. And not everything you have to fight with or prove that you're the right one, or you prove just bring light to it, right? You're not going to be able to just show that with every single instance. So choose your battles wisely, because it also shows how you handle your all of these types of stressors too. You don't want to just go off on a tangent and just have to prove your point for just the one person, or show them that you're going to take the last stand.
Yeah. Have you collaborated with any brands? If yes, how did you actually get to these brands so that they reach out to you and you collaborate with them?
So once you have your focus or your brand, what you personally feel or what you do, I personally support brands that I use and I know and I trust and have within my family, what I personally use on a day, right? Or if their values or their product aligns with something that I would personally want in my household, that's how I make my collaborations. So I have to look into all that very carefully. And for example, I have a collaboration with a vitamin company or supplement company that I've used for many years. I didn't know that an opportunity existed there, and they reached out, and we've developed a couple of promotional packages and became ambassador for their program. So choose the brands that you already use, and you're sincere about what their beliefs are, or if you really like the product, then you could be a representation of them. So be true to yourself. Don't just chase after the dollars.
Yeah. Okay. So for someone who wants to do this full time, I've been in the content creation space for around, I think this is my 4th year. And you realize that sometimes the growth is so slow. Like, for example, if I want to transition, like from my mainstream job, like 9 to 5, and then I want to do content creation full time, there reaches a point where, like, you make a video, no views, you make a video, like 2 views, you make a video. Yes, you've spent all your time, you spent all your energy on that. And that can be quite discouraging from my own experience. So how do you actually deal with that? Like when maybe you make a video thinking that, yeah, this will do good, it will reach this number of people, but then at the end of the day, you look at the analytics, it's just, yeah. So how have you dealt with that if you've experienced that before?
I know that pain. I know exactly what that feels like. And when I started off the process of looking at the analytics, I have to realize the algorithm and understanding and trying to figure out that I'm never going to figure it out. I'm never going to be able to just win over on the internet, because I don't understand it as much. That's not my area of expertise. What I'm providing to the internet, or providing to my followers and viewers, is just informative, good quality information that benefits my personal clients and patients, and something of value. So I would say always have a backup plan. Don't just go into it, quit your 9 to 5 and just say, I'm just going to become an influencer, because you never know what tomorrow is going to hold. What happens if everything just goes away on the internet, or I don't know, like it shuts down, or we're not able to access the internet? Always have a backup plan, always be able to have something sustainable that's going to carry on for your household. And that's why I chose to do, stay true to my core, what I'm practicing. I am a pharmacist, so I do have a practice, and I am practicing still. So I do this not on the side. I'm still very passionate about being an influencer, being online, but treat it as a secondary job. Don't just go all in at once until you're very comfortable and you're very very stable in that position, for sure. Just don't go into it fully, because for one, the credibility needs to be there too. Your patients who you're actually seeing, or if you are working or you're doing concierge services outside, you still need to provide some type of information for them as well. And you can always tie it back to your business and promote it that way as well.
Yeah. Okay. So in the era of like the digital technology, do you get an instance where now patients want to consult you for free? Because they've seen like you're sharing this information out. So they like kind of maybe email you or message you like they want consultation for free. If yes, then how do you deal with it?
So the videos that I provide or have that's evergreen videos that would be able to be repurposed or reused. I do have information where they could access content, but also we have to understand that if it is a business, we have to treat it like a business.
Yes.
As nicely as we could possibly say it, your time is money, and taking away time knowing that you're going to help a person in the long run, you have to be able to vouch or understand your clients in that way. So we go through the process of the questions that they have to answer, and once they reach a certain point, then we could proceed with the consult. So that's one way to be able to just, I guess, vet your clients before you take on the whole process of sitting down with them and going through it and realizing it's not really going to get anywhere further. So having the pre-work done is important.
It's important. Okay, thank you so much for that. I was actually asking that for myself because
Yeah.
I've had a lot of instances where like I'm asked questions and I'm like, wow, for this I cannot just like answer you online because there's so many
Yeah.
things you actually need
Mhm.
to.
I'll
Yes.
tell you, I actually learned this. It's hard to say it at first because you feel guilty. You want to help everyone out there, right? And when I was actually working with another one of my clients who was doing some work on work, and I mentioned that I would like to get this done or XYZ. I forgot what the project was. And then he said to me, I would absolutely love to help you out there, but I would have to charge you for my time. And I understood it because his time is valuable, and I respect that. And, we have to be understandable and be able to say that if you're going to provide a service, that I would have to compensate. So
Okay.
it was very professional. I didn't think anything more of it, but I'm like, that's a really great way to put it.
Okay. So now that you talked about like the brand ambassador job, so,
Uh-huh.
like how do you actually package how to like charge clients? For example, if someone like the way the vitamin company approached you, so
Mhm.
how did you like develop a red card? What are some of the factors that someone can put in place when they want to develop a red card so that because these
Mhm.
things you don't find them anywhere, like people don't give information like this like so freely. So if you just could touch on some of the factors to consider when you're developing a red card.
Sure. So when the brands approach you, some of them have their platforms already where they have their connections, but they give you a proposal. They give you all the things that you have to meet if you're going to be doing a certain type of work. If it's a video, you have to do a post, whatever the case may be, with deliverables you have to give to them. So depending on the amount of time that you would need to process all this information or make the video or make the post, you charge for your time accordingly and your rates.
Yeah.
So obviously think of it like a video. If you
Yeah.
have to make edits,
True.
sometimes those take a lot of time to do the edits, do the captions and the back and forth.
Yeah.
So it could be like, well, I'll charge a flat rate of whatever number it is for this video,
Yeah.
but then you have to also account and take into consideration that there might be edits, there might be additional things that you want to do, and the quality of work too. You want to make sure the lighting's good. You take off time from your day, so it's not just 1 hour to just make a video. Sometimes it's the whole process of just clearing out the house, make sure it's quiet, your sound is good, the mic, the lighting, everything has to be a certain way to have a good quality work presented to your the clients. So all that has to be taken into consideration, and consider the fact how much you want to charge and make per hour or per whatever time it takes you to do it.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's a good tip. So now, looking at now the content creation journey, I know it's faced like with a lot of challenges. And if someone is out there and they want to come to this field, what advice can you give to them?
I would say start out very slowly. Just go into test it out with your personal accounts. If you have your Instagram, if you have Facebook, put a couple of videos up and see if your personal crowd enjoys what content you're putting out. And then if you see the traction picking up, I would say create a separate account, have a business page or have something different from your personal, so it's not tied to you personally. And start adding videos or start creating slowly and just throwing it in. And once the algorithm starts picking up and you start linking it back to your personal page and sharing that, I've started a process of creating a online presence, or sharing it or sharing with your friends, family, and it starts to pick up that way. It's a great way to start. And let's say, for example, you wanted to teach your audience on how to knit.
Yeah.
And you have the basics, but you're also still learning as you go in the process, and you realize that after a couple of months, it's not really taking off as much as you hope for it to take off.
Yes.
It's very easy to just close that account down, just start over again, and just create something else, find what you're passionate about, and just start building from there. But it's not going to be where everything has to shut down because you started a journey online, it didn't work out, I'm giving up on everything. Don't look at it like that, because there's going to be hurdles around the way, and just learn from there. If this didn't work out, try a different thing, whatever you're passionate about. And I'm going to tell you myself personally, when I published my children's book, I was getting so many questions. Everyone was messaging me like, this is so interesting, so cool. I didn't know it was so easy to like publish or write a children's book. So I created a course. I put together all the information, I cataloged it and saved everything from the beginning of having the idea all the way to publishing and marketing and having revenue come in through my children's book. And I wanted to share that with everyone because that was the question I always get. So I did all the videos, I did all the content, put it into a course, and I started, marketing it online. And I saw personally that it wasn't picking up as much as I hoped or intended it to be. From the beginning, as much as everyone's saying they would love to write a children's book, it does become a little bit harder for them to actually sit down, come through the process, and say, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to really do this now because I have this information. And you'll see that you have to just understand that it might not be the same for everyone. Like the way that we look at it, we might be excited about it and, just get through our goals of just accomplishing it. Not everyone wants it that time and space. So some things will work, some things won't.
So lastly, I want you to talk about like your mentors platform, because I know there's so many pharmacists in Kenya who might be interested to join that. So can you just kindly share details about it and how someone can sign up? Yeah.
Absolutely. So the platform is officially, it's live. It's going in about a month and a half now with being fully live from October, and it's doing amazing. I am backing myself up on it because it is a very long process to go through all of the applications that are coming through. And so far we have about 50 on the mentors listed already directory. Your application is still in there too. I have to go through it, and we go through all the questions that are being sent back to us. So I'll explain to you first how the entire process starts. So if you want to be a mentor that's on the site, we vet it out to have pharmacists who are passionate about what they do. They want to inspire the future pharmacists that want to be in our profession, the students, and they want to get them excited about loving what they do, about loving their profession and wanting to just share that excitement with others. So that's the first and foremost, the most important requirement. You have to love being a pharmacist and love the process and share that passion with others. And there's 50 different specialties, so different areas of where you practice, from veterinary pharmacy, specialty pharmacy, home infusion, MSLs, military pharmacy. So it goes on a number of ways that you could practice. So all of these different ways that you, or whatever specialty you fall under, you would select that option and answer the questions. So the questions are if you remember, there are quite a few questions you have to go through, but you don't have to answer all of it. Answer according to what you want your profile to look, or what you want to share with the world, or whatever you want to share with your members and mentees. So it's not a one-on-one platform where you're you're going to be assigned a person and you have to follow them throughout their journey. It serves more of a repository, a database of pharmacists, and everyone's going to have access to the profiles. And if they see that they want to connect with you, they could set up a consult outside of the platform, and it gives a pharmacist an opportunity to monetize and to have a consult with that pharmacist, that intended mentee, and charge for their time and bill for their services and guide them throughout the process. So you're not connected one-on-one strictly on the platform, but you have access to a number of different pharmacists.
Yeah.
And if you have your personal, for example, you have your YouTube channel, you could also tie it back and link and promote what you do on your channel. So it gives them a good way to market what they're doing within their space, or show or highlight what they're doing within their field.
Wow, this is exciting.
Exciting, right? It seems like a very good community of the way to just bring it all together and just enjoy and teach the future of pharmacists. And joining as a member right now, since it is in the promotional phase and building out the platform, there is a promotional rate. And joining the platform, you'll have access to all of these pharmacists and just build a community. You have lots of benefits of just meeting people in fields that you're not, didn't think that existed, or just have the opportunity to connect with them and to have a personal relationship to develop outside.
Wow, this is interesting. Guys, please make sure you go check it out. I will leave the link here on the description box so that you can go and check it out and sign up if you want to be a mentor, or if you want to be mentored, actually, right? It's for both ways, mentors and mentees.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll link it up so that you can check it out. Also, as we come to the conclusion, if someone wants maybe to contact you, like they've watched this video and then they're like, yeah, I really want to contact you, maybe have a one-on-one with you, how can they go about it?
Absolutely. So I'm on all the social media channels. If you look under Pharmacist, I leave my email address as well, info@pharmacist.com, and any of the emails, info@pharmacymentors.com if you have any questions about the platform. But I'll be more than happy to speak with you or help you, guide you in your journey. I'll do also have personal one-on-one consults as well, where I would guide and help you create your presence online. So lots of ways to support you. And I just love meeting other professionals out there who are very passionate about what they do and supporting them on their journey.
Well, thank you so much. As I come to a conclusion, I want to give my audience a parting shot. Anything you want to say about pharmacy practice, or anything you just want to say to my audience, you're free to say it.
I love what you're doing. Just continue going with it. I know sometimes it could be daunting and scary, but you're leaving an impression on someone. Someone's gonna watch this video, someone's gonna it's gonna resonate with them, and the information that we spoke of, it's gonna leave and do something in their life. So never underestimate the power that you have within yourself, and just trust and just go with it. We're all learning on this day by day.
Wow, thank you so much. And to my audience, you've heard that. So I just want to take this time to thank you for your support and thank you for coming. I really, really appreciate this. And to my audience, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Dr. Sue and I will be able to address them. So thank you so much, and please feel free to subscribe, like, and share this video, and I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye.